Hey, let's just ignore the fact that it's been well over a year since I last did one of these and move on. It's really important not to only read the name of a spell, ability, or item, but also to read the effect that that spell, item, or ability does. I don't know many players who don't do this, but you can't blame them sometimes when the item seems pretty self-explanatory. It's like, gee, I wonder what the Flaming Longsword does. But still, it's important to know what's on your character sheet and what's what on your character sheet does. This was the case of the old Farland campaign I ran for 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons. I've spoken about Farland campaign several times at this point, but the main player here is Leaf of the Wildfire, the Elven Druidess of the, well, Wildfire subclass. Let's set the stage. The party is crossing this massive desert trying to get to another region. Won't lie, I forgot the reason why they were going to this place in the desert, as it's been a while, but they encountered two things here. One was another adventuring party that was out for some loot in the same dungeon that they were in. They were working with the second thing that was here, their bard. The bard was actually working with some cultists that were working on a ritual to raise something from the dead, and the party didn't know what was being risen just yet. And the other adventuring party was there to protect the cultists in the case of would-be heroes. The bard was actually of the dirge singer kind, working something like a necromancer, but instead of the magic in their lyre manipulating the feelings of people around him, it raises the dead. By taking the partially fleshy remains of a massive dragon within the dungeon and animating it as a dracolich named Zolgastra. And well, the other party ran as soon as they saw the thing that was rising from the dead, leaving the stalwart heroes to fight the thing. With the cultists dead at this point, we've got a massive undead dragon and a dirge singer versus the party of a fighter cleric, a druidess, a ranger, a monk, and a bard. The fight's going on, and Iggy and Devela, the cleric and monk of the group, focus down on the bard to hope that knocking him out / killing him gets rid of the dragon. It didn't, by the way. Everyone in the party was getting hecked up to hell though, cause, you know, dragon, and they just needed a round or two of not getting hit so that they could get some healing so that we could get some sort of an upper hand. That's when Devela, going through her inventory, realized she had a very unique potion. The Potion of Invulnerability. Getting up to Leaf, who was basically the most untouched at that time, she gives it to the elf so that she can act as a bit of a Chewtoy. So, Leaf chugs this potion, casts Fire Shield Cold on herself, and yells,
and I'm just gonna kind of like try to provoke the dragon and be like, I'm a tasty elf. crunch me.
confident in the belief that she was invincible. She wasn't. The dragon did focus all of its attacks on her though, taking damage from the fire shield, and when the volley of damage started, Leaf's player was very confused. Turns out that the potion doesn't stop damage from being done to you, it only halves the damage, thanks to giving her resistance to all damage for 1 minute.
Crunch. Hey, this one's cold and spicy.
Here you go.
As you take half that damage, so 12.
I thought I was immune to it.
No, you're resistant to it.
Oh god, why am I doing this?
I thought it was immune too.
No, it's...
Yeah.
It's resistance.
Oh.
Whoopsie!
I don't like this plan anymore.
Brave, stupid Leaf.
Mind you, Devela gave her that potion so that they could theoretically run from the dragon should things start going south. And things had started going south. But when basically told, you're invulnerable now, Leaf just runs off like a child with a new toy. It was still a bit of a back and forth fight at that point, but the one party member not taking 30 damage per bite attack was a massive boon, and eventually the Dragonlich was slain, and the party took its head as a trophy. Moral of the story? Know what's on your character sheet, or at least know what it is that you're drinking. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I know that it's been a long time since I've done another one of these, and honestly it's mostly just been a little bit of a cognitive dissonance, as I believe it is called. But regardless, I hope that you guys enjoyed this small little story. I got a couple of them still lined up that I want to do, and I just need to actually, you know, sit down and do the editing. Thank you everyone so very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this little story as much as I enjoyed telling it. As always, I hope to see you all in the next adventure. Take care. Cheers.